I'm surprised you didn't suggest that we grow a new quarterback in the laboratory, Sean.
No, that's why I told you to go scout that kid from British Columbia.
That would be perfect.
That's the most ridiculous lead in the history. Well, no, I think Razor's Africa
Oh,
lead.
come on. You can't tell me that my lead was more ridiculous than Razors Africa and Jackson in surfing.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Surfing was classic.
But the suggestion that Bill ought to be looking at a highly touted quarterback from the CFL currently, midpoint in the season, when
I said try him out.
Wiggy, come on.
That was a little like because Sean was like, well, he was average in college. He was average here. He's average.
The numbers.
He's average in the CFL, but you should give him a run.
No, the numbers don't really pop. The CFL, he's played really, really well. And I said when I go back, watch the tape, I can see some of the things that would translate to NFL
All right,
success.
what are some of those
Are
things?
you watching a lot of film, Sean?
I do actually watch. You would be surprised how much film I watch around draft time. It is ridiculous.
What are some of the things that would translate and pop for this kid?
So the way he moves in the pocket is actually pretty impressive.
What's the dude's name?
That would be Nathan Rourke.
Okay, Nathan Rourke.
He played for the University of Ohio, not a massive school, but a school nonetheless.
No.
And
He's really been under the radar everywhere.
the way he moves in the pocket, kid can scoot a little bit too.
All right,
Curtis, if we're ever able to pull off the great QB flush off on Friday, do we have to add a third flush time?
We sure do. I mean, this guy's coming around the bend.
All right. Okay.
He senses pressure a hell of a lot better than Mac Jones, I'll tell you that.
All right. I'll keep
But
my eye
not
on
good
this
enough
kid.
to go to a D1 school or go to the NFL.
I'm pretty sure Ohio's a D1 school.
Yeah, they're a D1.
Okay,
I'm not
football
really.
bowl something.
I'm not really tripping about that because I mean, look at.
Bailey
and I-
Zappi went to Western Kentucky.
Well, I didn't realize that.
Most passing yards in Division I history.
I didn't realize that the Patriots had Tyler Heineke at one point when they were like kind of going through his resume.
Yeah.
I know he played in the XFL and maybe, but seems like I didn't realize that he was on the Patriots roster at one
I
point.
didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Sean, I guess I'd be interested in it, in the off season.
Look, I didn't
I'm
say you're
not
going to go
interested
get
at
this
all.
guy and start him right now. I said he's doing workouts for NFL teams. I think you should at least check him out. Explore your options. That's all I'm saying.
He's
I'm
tiny. He's barely 6 feet and 200 pounds.
He's like 6'3", 210.
He's not 6'3". He's 6'1", and if you're listed at 6'1", you're really 5'11".
Yeah, always.
I could care less about that. The fact is that, if he probably got a shot win an NFL team, and who the hell knows? I don't want no damn CFL quarterback. Figure out how to get me Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud.
Why?
Yeah, good luck with that.
They played in college. I mean,
I know it's a good luck with that. Or even better, I go back to my original point, Lamar Jackson. Lamar.
he won the Heisman.
Listen.
Well, let me ask you about Bill currently and Mac Jones. What do you think has to happen? Maybe you believe it's already in Bill's mind. It's already happening.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to move away from Mac Jones after this season,
Yep.
what has to happen?
He has to buy in.
Is it
No,
what?
move away. As Greg said.
I thought you said for him to stick around or for
No,
him to
what
move
has
away.
to happen in order for Bill to move away from Mac Jones? What has to happen? Is it as simple as not making the playoffs?
If he continues to turn the football over
Yeah.
and misses the playoffs, I think both of those things.
Okay, well, he stopped turning the football over the last couple of weeks.
Show
Last
growth.
week.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, he has to buy in.
Well, I'd have
if he
to
doesn't, I think Bill will move on.
That's the number one thing is buying, but he'd have to show like the growth in what happened your rookie year is still there, and even though things are kind of like falling apart around you, show that you can get back to playing at that level, being obviously make great decisions, securing the football, not turning it over. But if they lose and he kind of stays where they are and he's kind of regressed, now don't you think Bill has to ask the question? Because you brought this up, or maybe with the Tommy Curran thing, if they potentially move on from Matt Patricia, who becomes the new guy? And now is this another offense that Mac Jones has to learn?
right.
Well, maybe you could get Nathan Rourke player coach. I'm at his weaknesses at his draft profile here at NFL.com. Doesn't take what defenses give him, Arm strength doesn't threaten tight windows, lacks ball placement and touch and throws downfield, doesn't have NFL accuracy.
I know.
Not
if you want to read
explosive.
through weaknesses, go read through Tom Brady's weaknesses too. Like it's
Now
they
he's
do it-
Tom Brady!
No,
No,
he's not.
no,
I'm just
Sean-
saying that
Sean
draft
was-
analysts list weaknesses all the time, and quarterbacks, all the guys on the draft portals everywhere have weaknesses. There's a reason he didn't get drafted.
Curtis, Scheim is suggesting that during walkthroughs, everybody's going to be like, "Where's Bill? Oh, he's in Alberta. He's scouting a CFL guy for Sunday."
He can send a scout. He has those. Those are a real thing.
This last weakness,
Holy
this
smokes.
last weakness, poops his pants with tough coaches. Not going to really work in the NFL.
And that's why how important is the second half of the season, not just for your team, but for your evaluation on what direction that you're going in with the quarterback and your offensive coordinator or your play caller.
Well, you still believe that Bill is seriously considering Lamar Jackson and spending that money on a quarterback, which I wish he was, but I don't think he ever.
Well, but if you're saying,
I don't think he's ever going to.
If you're saying that he's in a position where, let's say, if they win 8 games or 9 games and miss the playoffs, Bill is not coaching. I know everybody say he's coaching for Shula's record, and I understand that, but he is also coaching to win another championship.
Yes.
So, can you break Shula's record with Mac Jones in, 5 or 6 years?
Right.
Maybe.
Yes, you can.
But can you win a championship?
Yeah.
So if you know, and Bill even said that, hey, Lamar is worth that money. Mm-hmm. And when asked about it, I guess when they were getting ready to play Baltimore, you don't think that he knows what he would bring to the table?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a good investment.
Listen, when it comes from finding talent, he's going to go from being a Rutgers guy to a CFL guy. Scheim is spot on this.